password from 14 years ago. Seriously, stop logging into my email and sending my patients free dental work emails. Hey, how come I never got one of those emails? We don't need the email. Me having his baby doctored us in for free dental care for life, remember? Then how come I had to pay $200 for my root canal last time? Guys, this isn't about dental care. Was this the officer you saw that night? Wait, he does look familiar. I think that is him. How sure are you? I'm like 99% sure. God, I wish I could remember his name. I think it started with like a C. Carson, Charlie? Yes, that's it, because it reminded me of Charlie's Angels, and then I had the theme song stuck in my head the rest of the day. Great, now I want to watch Charlie's Angels again. Oh my god. So does that mean Charlie really is the one that kidnapped you? It looks that way. But why? Why would he do this? Well, let's go ask him. No, he's been lying to us this whole time. You really think he's just gonna all of a sudden start telling us the truth? We need proof. We have proof. Donna is a witness. Geez, you can't wait before I finish eating before you pander me? But we don't have any evidence of him taking Claire from your house, and we're gonna need more than a witness if we want to take down a dirty cop. Well, how are we gonna find evidence for that? I think before we figure out that step, we need to figure out why Charlie did it in the first place. I bet it was that little homewrecker he left you for. What was her name again? Valerie. What do you know about her? Not much. All I know is that they met after Abigail was born. He promised me that he never cheated on me and that they did not know each other until after, and that's when he decided to leave me. Is no one gonna say it? Say what? Girl, I know there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in your life today, but are you dumb? Excuse me? You really think that man didn't start seeing her until after you had the baby? Please, he was stepping out on you for at least a year. Facts. What? No, Charlie wouldn't do that. Just like how he wouldn't kidnap his own daughter. Tell me, what was your marriage like before you got pregnant? Like it always was, I guess. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't terrible either. And what was his reaction after you told him you were pregnant? He was kind of freaking out. Like, he kept asking me all these questions like, how are we gonna afford this? What if something goes wrong in the delivery room? Are we gonna have enough room in this house for a nursery? I kept trying to tell him it was gonna be fine and we were gonna figure it out along the way. But it was almost like he didn't want to have a child. Now that you say that, he never did show any excitement. And the further into the pregnancy I got, the more weird he became about things. He kept telling me we weren't ready and we should put her up for adoption, but I refused. I always thought it was just nerves and that he would calm down when he met the baby, but he never did. Except for when he stole her, of course. What, am I not allowed to play detective too just because I've committed a few crimes? Oh God, you guys are so cliquey. Sounds like we might be starting to figure out a motive here. But we're just guessing. It still isn't enough. We need proof. Well, Charlie isn't gonna crack, so let's go talk to Valerie. Whoa, I am not going to speak to that woman. Not unless you want to help me bury a body. I've got a shovel. Seriously? You think you can bury a body with that? Where'd you even get that thing anyways? It was in the trunk of the car. I thought we might need it. We're not gonna be using a shovel. You're no fun. Besides, Lucy can't go anyways. She knows who you are and you guys have history. She'll never tell you anything. Well, we can't go either. Charlie knows we're looking into this, and what if he comes home while we're there? We can't risk that. We need somebody else to go. I'll go. You? Yeah. Why? Are you hoping there's more babies you can steal? I don't need to steal a baby. Now that I have this one. And you really expect us to trust you after everything you've done? Who else is gonna do it? And he's not gonna recognize me. The last time he saw me was 2 facelifts and a boob job ago. I even get a jump scare when I look at my old pictures sometimes. Fine, but you have to be discreet about it. Honey, I swapped your baby from you over a decade ago and it took you nearly 14 years to figure it out. I know how to be discreet. All right then, I guess we've got our spy. He must have been a real good doctor too, because she drove all the way to Tampa to see him. Okay, girl. Is he accepting new patients? Does he know he's the father? Was he the one who told you you're pregnant? She called him after she took the pregnancy test, but he denied it and says he doesn't want to see her anymore. How did you know that? Probably because you still haven't learned to take private conversations off of speakerphone. Just like you haven't learned to stop spying on me. Why would she stop? Your life is so entertaining. I do kind of wonder why he stopped talking to you, though. Maybe it's because he's already married. To me. I'm sorry, excuse me? My husband of 17 years is a gynecologist in the Tampa area, and I specifically remember him staying late for a certain client for many nights. Oh shit. This is awkward. What was his name? What was his name? Harold Williams. Well, you're about to meet Mandy Williams, bitch. Ooh, cat fight. Oh, good. The closing shift is here. Now you can tell us which one of you left your dirty bowls in the sink yesterday. They're yours, Haley. You didn't clean them up after your last client last night and just left them behind. So if you're gonna have an attitude with somebody about not being clean, have it with yourself. Those aren't my color bowls. Well, neither of us did color last night, so they aren't ours. Oh, well, what about the mirrors? You didn't clean those. Not only that, but you guys did a half-assed job sweeping up last night. What's up with that? And what do you clean at the end of your shift, Monica? I clean my tools and my station. We all do that. And what about the rest of the salon, huh? Would it really kill you to switch the laundry over before you leave? Well, I took out the trash yesterday when I left. Oh, boo-hoo, you did one thing. Meanwhile, we have to clean the bathrooms, do the laundry, wipe down all the chairs, and take out trash as well. Do you know how embarrassing it is to walk into a dirty salon first thing in the morning and that's what my clients see? Quit acting like it's hard to stay behind a couple minutes and clean. Well, if it's not that hard, why don't you come in a few minutes early to clean? I don't have time to clean up after you in the morning. I have to do other things to get the shop ready to be opened. Just like I don't have time to clean up after yours. Guys, can we not? Both closers and openers are supposed to be cleaning. So how about we all pitch in to keep the salon looking nice? Or we could sneak out early when we think nobody's looking so we can avoid cleaning, Wilma. Dang it, I really thought I was being sly this time. Guys, enough. Openers, go do some laundry and clean your color bowls before you leave. Fine. And closers, make sure you sweep the entire salon and wipe all the mirrors down tonight, okay? Fine, whatever. All right, back to work. All right, I just finished the laundry. Have you cleaned the bathroom yet? No, not yet, but I'm about to right now. Okay, I'll go wipe down all the chairs while you do that. Oh, and Lisa, don't forget to clean your color bowls in the sink, okay? Those aren't mine. I didn't do any color today. Oh, they aren't? Yeah, I bet they're Haley's. She did color on her last client before she left. I'll clean them after I go clean the bathroom. No, leave it. She made the mess. She can clean it up in the morning.
So you're the one that thinks my breath is foul then? Then I guess you're also the one who isn't surprised that my husband's cheating on me.
What? No.
Wow, I'm starting to realize just how bad your acting really is.
Okay, so I fibbed a little, but do you know how much money I made while you were gone because my books were full for once? I make double what I usually make. I couldn't let that kind of cash go. So you lied about me because you wanted more money. Really? Well, yeah. You know, you could have just asked me for tips on building your clientele so that you could have grown it naturally instead of stealing mine. That would take too long. I've already been here 2 years and I barely have any return clients.
Well, I think it's not hard to see why.
Well, whatever. All your clients come to me now, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Not all of them.
Penny, what are you doing?
Going back to Sarah, I'd prefer to get my hair done by somebody that doesn't recoil every time I open my mouth.
Fine. One less client isn't gonna hurt my books that bad. Oh, it's gonna be more than one because you're fired.
What?
Yep, and I'm gonna send a mass email out to all of Sarah's clients explaining what happened. So you better pack up all your stuff and get out of here quickly because you're about to have an angry mob coming down here to deal with you. This isn't fair.
You're right.
This will make it more fair. Ugh. Now get out of here before I beat your ass.
Sorry I believed all that about you, Sarah, and I'll make sure all the other girls I know that come here know the truth.
Thanks, Penny. Now come on over to my chair and let's fix those bangs. All right, everybody, since it is now Thanksgiving, aka the only day of the year we actually get together as a family because we all secretly hate each other, I would really appreciate if we could keep the insults and subtle digs to a minimum. With that being said, if there is one thing I know about this family, it is that all of you are humanly incapable of keeping your thoughts to yourself. So how about if before we eat dinner, we go ahead and go around the room and get all of our insults out. That way we can enjoy the rest of our Thanksgiving, okay? So who wants to go first? I guess I will. Wow, shocker, Pick Me Patty wants to go first. Who would have ever guessed? Desperate for attention like always, I see. Says the one who looks like they walked out of the dumpster that Sephora throws all their expired makeup into. Tell me, do you wear black makeup because you're trying to be less boring or because you don't know how to blend? I'd rather be boring than not like other girls. Tell me, did Connor pick you yet? Or is he still avoiding your text to hang out with girls like me? You know, Patty has a point, Isabel. You always come in here looking like you just walked out of a freshly dug grave. It's Izzy. How many times do I have to tell you that? Well, that's what your mama named you, so that's what I'm gonna call you. Besides, why would you want to go by that when Isabel is such a pretty name? I don't know if you've noticed, but pretty isn't exactly the vibe I'm going for. Oh, we noticed. Seriously, would it kill you to try to wear something a little more feminine? As a matter of fact, it would. Well, it's a shame because you are such a pretty girl. Why do you hide it under all those ugly clothes? I don't know why you're giving me fashion advice when you haven't updated your wardrobe since the 60s. I am not that old. Could have fooled me with that ugly-ass shirt. Well, at least Isabel has a boyfriend, unlike somebody we know. Here we go again. I'm just saying, I'm not getting any younger, Samantha, and I want grandchildren. Why is it always me you are bothering about this? Christopher is also your child, yet I never hear you nagging him about when he's gonna get married. Why are you bringing me into this? I have girlfriends all the time. Yeah. For about a whole 2 weeks until they find out how much of an idiot you are, and then they dump you. At least I can get a date. When's the last time a guy asked you out, huh? Who cares? Seriously, why does it matter to you all so much if I have a boyfriend or not? You know, I bet if she lost some weight, she'd get a man. Guys don't like their women chunky. And women don't like men that are balding, but that doesn't stop you from walking around looking like Caillou, now does it, Uncle Ben? Why are you laughing, receding hairline? You've got 10 years tops until you start looking like his twin brother. No wonder she can't find a husband. She has no respect. I always just assumed she was a lesbian. You know, did any of you ever stop to think that maybe I like being single? That maybe I don't want to end up in a loveless relationship like you, Aunt Mildred? Or that I don't want misbehaved children that run around destroying everything in their path just like yours do, Cassandra? Excuse me? My children are not misbehaved. Liam! What did I say about playing with Grandma's china plates? That wasn't her plates. That was Grandpa's urn. Well, go find some super glue and put it back together. And make sure you sweep up all of Grandpa when you put him back in, okay? I don't want to accidentally step on his ear or something. And you wonder why you're never invited anywhere. Oh, pipe down, Virgin Mary. Okay, well, I think that is more than enough arguing for 1 year. So why don't we go ahead and put this all behind us and go enjoy our meal, okay? Sounds good, as long as Shelly didn't make the turkey again. What's wrong with my turkey? You mean besides it being dry and bland? Kind of sounds like your personality. Haha, you're so funny. Okay, guys, seriously? That's enough. Now let's go eat so we can take our annual photo where we all pretend we like each other so we can post it on social media. Then we can all leave and not talk to each other again until next Thanksgiving. Got it? Okay, fine, whatever. Thank you. Now where is the wine? Because I refuse to spend the rest of this evening sober. Liam Wesley Huckleberry. Oops. God, I hate this family.